Well, I'm in the hospital visiting Ruby, and I'll tell you the story of how she got here.
Okay. I am a little bit messy, and normally I'm not this bad, but I hate being stuck like this. Yeah, the same time. Well, I mean, I'm supposed to do that as a top now. Now that it actually hurts worse on this side now.
Okay, here's Ruby, and I'll tell you the story of how she got here and how I met her and stuff like that. But she's in the hospital now. She had a kidney stone removed, and then she got bit by a raccoon spider. And she was lucky she was on antibiotic. The photo you see of Ruby right now, that's in McDonald's when we're playing chess. I play chess there with a few guys, and we were playing chess, and Ruby walked in, and man, she was in distress. She was shivering, she was cold, she was scared, she was in tears practically. Well, I wouldn't say she was crying, but I saw tears starting to form in her eyes, and she started to cry. And so I talked to her, and here's the situation. She's sleeping on the ground. She's sleeping in the bushes on the ground, and her sleeping bag soaking wet. And the weather in Florida was just miserably cold, getting really dangerously cold. And in the next day or so, we're going to go down to 27 degrees at night. Okay, so she's got a wet sleeping bag. You know how dangerous that is? She was actually afraid of potentially losing her life. And that's a reality. It's very, very dangerous when it's the humidity and the air temperature and when you're cold. And she was shivering already, and it wasn't even, it was just starting to get super cold. So you can see she's happier in that photo. She, I got her something to eat. She likes chicken McNuggets for some reason. So we got her chicken McNuggets and talked to her. I reassured her that she wasn't gonna die. I gave her a ground cover, a yoga mat that I had, because she had nothing. She was laying her sleeping bag on the wet ground. So I gave her that, and then I went and got her a sleeping bag and a tarp, and just told her she'd be okay. And so she made it through the night. The next morning I came, checked up on her. She was sleeping, it was like probably about 9 o'clock. She's still sleeping, so I woke her up, and she was doing good, man. She was doing good. So I came back the following day, and I couldn't find her. I knew where she was camping. I could not find her. All her stuff was gone, and I couldn't find her, and she doesn't have a phone, which is really something I believe is critical, that every homeless person needs a phone. But you'd be amazed with all the potential of almost getting them free, which isn't necessarily always so easy, but she didn't have a phone. I was a little concerned, and so I kept looking for her. Finally, I saw her walking in a strip shopping center, and what happened is somebody stole everything. The sleeping bag I bought her, the tarp, the ground cover, all her possessions. Her back is not in good condition, so she had a suitcase with wheels. They stole that, all her clothes, even her journal, everything, all her possessions, and she only left it for about 5 minutes to use the restroom because she was getting pains in her back. And right next to McDonald's, there's a clinic, and she went to the clinic, and they diagnosed her with a kidney infection. They arranged for transportation to the next town at the hospital, and at the hospital they performed surgery on her and removed a kidney stone. So that's where she is now. That's where the picture of her in the hospital is, because they removed the kidney stone. So, man, it's really intense. Now, I bought her another sleeping bag. I bought her a ground cover. I got her a tent. We got her tent. I got assistance. I got a GoFundMe account. People helped me. Went and got the stuff. when she gets out of the hospital, I'm gonna buy the suitcase. But and help her get a phone. She lost her ID. Help her get ID, and maybe help her get her driver's license back, and also build a shelter. She needs a phone, shelter. She needs all kinds of things. It's very, very, very hard for a single woman, homeless, has any, she's an attractive woman. Very hard for them to survive. What I found is that some of the soup kitchens are used by different gangs and stuff like that. They go in there and they search for these homeless women. And then they lure them with money, or some of them are on drugs. They'll lure them with drugs, money, and then they bring them to a house. And you never see that girl again. This happened to a different girl. I have a list of about 6, 7, 8 people that I want to help. It was like the Help Jerry campaign, but it's to help other people. It's not just Jerry. Jerry actually had a catastrophe, disaster. His van started on fire. He wound up in the hospital. He was okay, I guess, but I haven't heard from him. I can't locate him. I don't know what happened. I visited him in the hospital, and then when he was released, he disappeared. So anyway, yeah, without a phone, without identification, without a driver's license, people are helpless. What happens when you're homeless? Things get bad, and then they spiral down and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And if somebody doesn't stop that spiraling, where they're spiraling down into a hole, if somebody doesn't stop that, they wind up dying. They wind up in deep, serious situation and will die. Now, in the next day, it's going to turn 27 degrees at night. That's very cold, and the shelters get closed. They close it. Now, if you're not there in a shelter, and they have limited room. Now, I've arranged for a friend of mine. She's going to open up her house and let Ruby stay in the house until this bad weather passes. But I need to get her a shelter. That's what I do. I build shelters. I can build her a shelter. I got a friend who probably would let me park it on their property. And mostly I want to, protect her from the elements, get her back on her feet so she doesn't keep spiraling down, protect her from various, like I mentioned, the gangs, the human traffickers, the sex traffickers. That's what they do. They use these women and they make a lot of money from it. They turn them into prostitutes, and these women are helpless. They're locked up sometimes in a house where no one can reach them. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. Like I said, I've seen some of them. They disappear and you never see them again. So I started a GoFundMe page for Ruby, and just asking for anybody, any amount you can contribute to help would be awesome. Got most of the stuff covered, small things, the big hurdle's going to be the shelter, which is, very costly. I could do it for about a simple shelter for about $3,000, and that's what I'm trying to raise, about $4,000 or $5,000 ultimately. So anything you could do helps, but literally you're saving a life. Just like Jerry. Jerry was 79 the last time I saw him. He's almost 80 years old. When he lost his van, if he doesn't get some other transportation, he's living out on the street. He's not going to survive. This is about survival. It's about saving a life. And that's what I want to do, is save a life, one at a time. Love one, help one. That's what we do. All right, this is Paul Barrett. Appreciate if you help, and God bless. Peace and love, man. Peace out.